Hey, it's a bonus video. I haven't really had time to do a whole lot of these recently. We're doing one today. All right, so this video is really all about this stuff. This is a Pineau de Charente, a very old Pineau de Charente from Giboin. They're a Vieille Reserve. And it's delicious, for one thing. It goes very well with coffee cake. But I've really been puzzling over, like, what you would do with this, or what I would do with this, with the rest of this bottle. Cocktailing was the first thought I came up with, but it's really not something that you can sub in easily for obvious things. It's not, you couldn't really sub this in for vermouth. It's just a very different character. It has... most of the Pinots I've had are very grapey and honeyed and clean. This is not that. This is funky, and it's still grapey, but it's like funky grapey and seedy and almost nutty. And it's that nuttiness that kind of sent me down a train of thought that led to this video. What if you took one of the all-time classic tiki cocktails and kind of gave it a little bit of a Southwest French twist? We are going to do a Charente Mai Tai today. So, yeah. So I'm not going to use any rum in this. We're going to use Cognac. All right. But first, what is effectively going to work as the majority of the Orgeat substitute in this. We're going to a full ounce of your funky, seedy, nutty Pineau de Charente. You need an ounce of this because it's actually quite subtle, this stuff. It's certainly more subtle than Orgeat. I'm going to put some ice in here so before I forget, and it gets all splashy and gross. Nice. Come back to that. All right, so that's an ounce of that. We're going to do 2 ounces of our cognac. I'm going to use the Aficionados blend, the Borderies. You want a particularly aromatic, fresh cognac for this. I was trying to use the Framboise sibling to this stuff, which I kind of like better for sipping. This works better for this kind of cocktail. It's something about the extra fruitiness and aggression and kind of aromatic oomph makes this something like a Borderies or a Grand Champagne a better choice. So 2 ounces of that. We will do half an ounce of lime juice, already squeezed because I am not going to try to squeeze on this stuff on camera. Bam. You're going to do half an ounce of your orange liqueur. And I will not be using Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier is no longer my best friend. My best friend is Orange d'Or. This is actually a cognac-based orange liqueur, so Grand Marnier equivalent, from the Grosperrin folks. It's 40%, and I've had these two side by side, and it basically, to me, comes across like Grand Marnier done just a little bit better. The orange in particular is just a little bit more punchy. And on top of that, to kind of supplement the Pinot a little bit, I'm going to have a little tiny, like literally half a teaspoon of standard Orgeat. This is just to add some sweetness and just to kind of, I don't want this really tasting traditionally nutty. I just want to give this stuff, which is the star of the show here, a little bit more of a push in the right direction. So half a teaspoon of Jesus. Of your Orgeat. So I really... Sorry. I really worked hard here to make as many components, you know, from the based in Cognac or the larger Charente region as I possibly could. Lime, obviously not. Orgeat, you know, obviously not. But everything else, come on, Jesus. This is sealed pretty good. Okay. Now, if you were at a proper bar, they would strain this over some fresh crushed ice. I'm just going to do a dirty pour. There we go. Normally, at a respectable bar, you would also garnish this with a ton of mint. I'm just going to throw a husk of lime in as my garnish. It's especially on the nose when the switch to grape-based stuff, the brandy, is really, really evident. But, like, a lot of it still smells like a traditional Mai Tai. It's just, you know, it's the Southwest French grapey, cognac-y version. You could keep playing around with this, honestly. It sizzles. It's not popping yet. You know what I mean? But there's something here. There's something to the idea of like a cognac-based Mai Tai. And this is actually putting in a lot of work. Oh, that grapey, grungy, seedy thing. It's a lot of fun. But even if, you know, some of the bottles I have on hand, I could make a better Mai Tai than this, traditional Mai Tai, you know, it's still doing the job. It's still very refreshing on this hot day. And something a little bit different. So there we are. The Charente Mai Tai. Thanks for watching and cheers.